The CV really is just like a gateway into the interview. I doubt very much, not anyone's ever explicitly told me this, but CV doesn't really, or CV alone then wouldn't really get you the job. You have to have the CV sort of gets you to the interview, or what I think of it anyway. The CV gets you to the interview, and then it's the interview coupled with the CV then that will help you along with that. I mean, my CV was one I was using from before university, so it was things like, I'd applied for jobs in leisure centres, applied for jobs in bars, things like that, and the difference between applying for a job like that and then a job like this, the difference in your CV, I had no idea that how different it was going to be. And I think if I look at my computer now, I think I'm on draft 9 or 10, and that was probably about my final one. And it's ever evolving. I mean, even now, it's probably changed from the CV that these guys have got here compared to the CV that I would use now. It's probably changed again. So that's probably something I would think, is that, you should never put CV final as like a draft then, because it just keeps on changing. I think the biggest thing for me was cutting it down to, I think when I first started writing it out, it's quite easy then to just go on and talk all day about the stuff you can do or the stuff that you have done and fill out 3-4 pages of stuff, whereas I know that a lot of people prefer 1 page. You can stretch to 2, but you pretty much want to say your main things in 1 clear page. So I think for me, when you showed me the template of putting your skills in clear bullet points down the left, and then just literally having 3 sub-bullet points detailing straight to the point of what you can do, your skill set, what you have done, put it nice and concisely on the page, because all that's trying to do is get you the interview. And then when you're in the interview, you can just talk then about and give yourself something to elaborate on, rather than give your life story on a piece of paper, and then you don't give yourself any kind of scope in an interview then, and also probably employers just won't take any of it in, really. And I think one of the main things for me is having the experience to be able to put on there as well. So things like this, to add that onto it makes it a lot better, because you really do want your experiences to be, I mean, these days it's so, I mean, people want people to have years of experience before they've even come out of university, and before it's even given them a chance to get experience, they want people to have experience. So I think that's a big section for me, and that's a section that I really want to improve upon, is just putting the experience in there and what I've done so far. Be confident in your own CV, so there's no need to pad it out in a way, because they'll read it for what it is, and a lot of people will or may give you the opportunity, or will give you the opportunity based on obviously how it's presented, the way it's written, and a lot of other things about you rather than just your academic profile. So I think that's probably, for me, is just because I was quite worried about it, and there was no need to worry about it, so don't worry about it.